What's going on, you guys? My name is Jaden Fine with Big Time Baseball. I appreciate you watching this video, like always. Today we're going to talk about the concept of creating space in your swing and holding and maintaining that space throughout the entire swing, right? For me, hitting is creating space and maintaining it. And there's different ways that people create space and kind of set themselves up in their stance and in their load to hold the space as they rotate. But for me, it's one of the most important parts of the swing in general for me. So the biggest part for me that I see, especially with my younger hitters, is when they're in their setup and they land, they're in a poor posture position, right? So that's the first biggest thing that I see and adjust based on whoever I'm seeing in the cage. What do I mean by bad posture? And I've talked about this before. From the front, if you're the pitcher and I'm the hitter, obviously I have the bat. If you take your load and you land and you're standing straight up and down in your setup, notice my shoulders are over my hips and I'm kind of in this position. When you fire, you will work to the baseball and then have to work across your front hip just because you're landing in this position. Think about it like your back hip gets in the way. You have to work around your hips to get the barrel to the ball. Versus, if you land in a hip hinge position here, now you have created room on the inside part of the plate for your hands to work. Now you can get inside the baseball and work through. Because the only way to get your barrel through the baseball to center field, to the opposite field gap, you have to start on the inside of it, right? If you land and your chest is over your hips and you're straight up and down, you're already started outside of that lane. You have to work across it. I can't stress how important this position is in hitting. Hitting is very subjective, whether it be your stance, how you hold the bat, whatever. I argue that the landing position is an extremely objective position, meaning there really is a one solid way to get there. And if you slow every single major leaguer down and get them to heel plant, get them to their launch position, they're basically in the same spot, right? Hips are back, their heels are in the ground, and they've created space in their landing position to fire efficiently. So that's the first part about that spacing piece of the swing. The second part that I see a lot is guys who lack spacing up top, upstairs in their hands and their upper body. So everybody has heard the phrase, I hope you have, heard the phrase knob to catcher. I can't stress enough how important that statement is. Very general. Obviously there's hitters who start up and down, there's guys who land a little bit higher. A great benchmark for where your hands and your bat is supposed to be placed when you get to your landing is that knob to catcher position, somewhere around here. Notice, from here, it is a very efficient position to rotate to the baseball. Now, when the spacing part comes into play there is when guys like me, I was a up mover, meaning I like to say up mover, down mover. I was an up mover, meaning I started knob to the catcher, and when I moved, I got tense and my knob rose, right? There's a lot of guys who wrap their bat, or I call it getting it into a steep angle with the barrel. From here, you lose space and efficiency, and that's when problems can arise, which affect your barrel path. Most of the time, when I see guys that rise, they get steep, right? And they work down and across their front hip. Same thing. They lose space. They have to pull across their head. They get steep. They miss balls on the outer third of the plate. The other part of that is guys who are down movers, meaning they start normal and they kind of end up in this position. Or, however, if you're too close to your shoulder, in this position, there's no spacing there, right? So what I see a lot of the times is when guys land in this position or they're tight to their head, they have to push up and out with their chest to create space. If you land with no space, whether it be posture-wise or upper body-wise, if you're in a bad spot with your hands and your bat, your body wants to create space, right? Everybody's trained to get the the barrel of the bat to the ball, if you're in a bad position, your body's going to naturally adjust to get the barrel to the ball. And most of the time, like I said, it's a manipulation of the upper body up and back to get the barrel there, which results in a bad back half of the swing. So they'll either pull up and across or down and across. Not good. So a lot of people, a lot of the times I'll use a connection ball. I can't find it. It's somewhere over there. I don't want to pause it. Most of the time I'll get a connection ball and I'll put it between the shaft of the bat right above the player's right hand and connect it to the shoulder so that when they land, that ball kind of puts them in the perfect spot in their landing position here. So from there, they can just rotate to the ball. And most of the time, if you're a dad or if you're a player and you make these adjustments, if you have no space, most of the time you have to start your swing earlier to get the barrel to the ball. What I've seen with my players, after we do a drill and they feel that spacing, the first 2 or 3 swings they take, when they make that adjustment, the players are early. And that, to me, is a great sign. Being early is a great problem to have. When you're early, if you're moving good, let me clarify that. If you're moving good and you're early, that means that you have created more time. What does that do? Time allows you to see the ball deeper, right? You'll recognize spin easier. Your pitch recognition will be better. Not only that, you will sequence the swing properly, right? So you'll create more energy in the swing, more momentum in the barrel. You'll catch it deeper in a more leveraged position, and it'll be easier for you to cover the ball outer third of the plate. Not only that, the ball inside as well. Even if you don't have space and you yank your shoulders up and off the ball, you get the barrel there. Most of the time, you'll probably topspin that ball pull side. Best case scenario, pull side in the air down the line. Worst case, roll over or foul ball. Versus if you land with space up top in a good posture position, you'll have space to rotate inside and through to the middle of the field. Then that ball inside, you'll start to crush those balls with backspin to the pull side of the field, which is to me, way more fun than top spinning balls pull side on the ground or wherever. So hopefully that makes sense. I kind of went on hopefully I didn't jumble my words too much there. But like I said, if you can land in a position where you've created space in your posture as well as your upper half, it is going to be so beneficial to you. You're going to see the ball deeper. Your path is going to work better to the middle of the field, and overall, it's going to be better for you. I hope you got something out of this. If you have any questions, comments, concerns about what I said, or if you want to debate me, I don't care. I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions. Throw them in the comment section. If you haven't already, subscribe to me on YouTube. Go down there. There's a little button that says subscribe. Subscribe to hear longer form content on YouTube where I explain in more depth about these topics. Once you do that and subscribe here, go to my Instagram, JadenFineBTB. Follow me on there for shorter form content, more blitzkrieg style baseball content about the swing and anything in general. And if you're looking for online training and instruction, shoot me a DM. We could talk through my Big Time Baseball online training program, offering 24/7 video analysis, customized drill plans for you, mindset work, the whole lot. I have a bunch of dudes in that program now who are raking from youth, high school to college, and it's awesome. Those dudes are sick. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know. I appreciate you watching this. Like this video, comment, and share it. Let's see more doubles.